What is going on, guys? Welcome to the most commonly asked question. What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Today is Q&A day, so I'm going to be answering the most commonly asked questions I get asked almost every single day when it comes to my niche, which is social media marketing for business. So I'm going to do my best to answer these questions to the best of my ability. And if you have any other questions, make sure to drop them down below because I'm going to try and do a Q&A like once every few months or so. So I'll be sure to collect those questions, save them, and who knows, I may answer them in a future video. Let's rock and roll. Okay, first question. I make 25 to 50K a month and hate ads. What's the fastest way to turn 90 minutes a week of video into 5 booked consults without spending $1 on media? Okay, great question. I get this quite a bit. First of all, a lot of people hate ads because a lot of business owners, they put tons of money in ads, whether it be like $25 a day or like $200 a day. I even know companies that put like $1,000 a day and they don't get any result. And the biggest hack that you can use in seeing if your ads work are actually the ads themselves. So looking at the creatives, does it have a strong hook? And is it gonna make someone stop scrolling and read your copy and also watch your video? Is the video engaging? So there's so many metrics that go into play, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like running ads is because they make terrible ads. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of ads that I see out there that just do not look good. They don't make any sense, and I'm not surprised that they underperform. So I would say really focus on, one, who you're talking to with the content. So you really have to dial in who you're talking to. I mean, in this day and age of social media, there's so many people posting content nowadays. I don't want to say it's oversaturated, but it's to the point where it's highly competitive because a lot of businesses are gravitating towards it when it comes to marketing. So you really have to dial in exactly who you're talking to. You have to dial that in first. Second is you need a very powerful hook. Is it going to be a text hook? Is it going to be a visual hook? You really have to stop somebody in their tracks while they're scrolling and just be like, oh damn, I had no idea about this. I'm gonna keep watching to the very end. And 3, you have to have a very memorable call to action. So do you have a free resource that you can share? Do you have a lead magnet? What's your offer? You really have to dial those in. It seems to me that this person is gonna be relying heavily on organic content. So the key is just really relying heavily on that structure for the majority of the content. At the same time, it's extremely important to stay consistent. So you hear that all the time, but you have to stay consistent. You have to stay strong. I mean, a lot of people say that advice because it's true advice. So depending on your commitment, whether you're working with a media team or doing content by yourself, I say the healthy barometer of like posting is anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week as far as organic goes. Also depends on the platform. If you're on Instagram, I really highly encourage staying active in the stories. That's where you're gonna nurture your followers and really turn them into clients. Okay, second question. If you took over my IG or TikTok for 14 days, exactly what 10 pieces would you post to replace Yelp and Thumbtack leads? Ooh, this is a juicy one. So this is how I would break it down simply. I'm just gonna focus on Instagram because I'm more familiar with Instagram. I don't really post much on TikTok or with my clients. I just have personal prejudices against it, but that's a whole different other video. So with Instagram, what I would focus on are the first 3 videos that you can pin to your profile. So an about me video, which talks about all about you, your journey, your mission, if you're the founder of the company, why you started the company, who you serve, things of that nature. The second video I would do is a client win video. So this video specifically targets like a client win that you have. So whether you interview a client or story tell of how you help someone overcome an obstacle with your product or service and change their life, I would highly suggest doing a client win video because those convert like crazy. The third one I would do is either a process video. So talking about what it's like working with you from A to Z. So this can be like a behind the scenes sort of deal. This can be like a B-roll with voiceover type of video. And then another type of testimonial video. So I would go heavy on these first 10, like probably out of the 10, I'd do like 4 testimonial videos, like different styles, targeting 4 different types of clients who you've helped. Bonus points if they hit different pain points. So depending on what niche you're in, obviously when you specify who you're talking to, you'll know exactly what pain points and struggles that they're going through. So it'd be really helpful to have 4 different types of testimonials packaged differently, showcasing those struggles. And the last 4 videos I would do some type of educational talking head content. So whether it be talking about myths within your industry, asking commonly asked questions like this, or using a specific framework or system you use to get results, yeah, I would film that type of content. Third question, what should my first 3 seconds say in my niche, like in this case, HVAC, law, med spa, etc. So a cold local prospect, stop scrolling and feel safe booking today. So it seems to me you want to be able to say something without being like salesy. So for me, what works for my content, with my clients' content, especially when we run paid ads, is to do a specific call out. So it's really, really important. I've always said this in my content. I even tell this to people as well. You need to know who you're talking to. Knowing your who is the most important thing of any piece of content, because if you don't know exactly who you're talking to, you're just hoping and praying someone watches your video and gives you a call. So really having a specific call out is key. So whether it be like hyper niche, you can be like, hey, Seattle business owners, or hey, Seattle fitness coaches, hey, Seattle chefs. And then you go into the pain points. We have it structured where it's like call out, pain point, solution, call to action, boom, that simple. So it can be a little bit more generalized, but it can also raise curiosity. For example, this hook. I keep seeing this car loan strategy everywhere, and it's actually genius. So in that case, bringing it down, you're obviously attracting people who are interested in car loans and also being strategic with their car loans. So that 3 to 5 seconds to start a video is everything. So be sure to really, really focus on that and really specify exactly who you're talking to. Okay, question 4. My average ticket is 3 to 8K and sales cycle is 3 to 6 weeks. How do I engineer videos that pull the I need to think about it people forward this week? So to answer this question, I would say you really need to have your sales process dialed in, and also like sales journey videos. And what I mean by that is that, say for example, someone books a call. Obviously you want to have your sales process dialed in, and I would suggest adding some type of media or sales journey videos is what I like to call them. Ideally, when someone like books a call or an appointment, they come across like a landing page or some type of VSL of you explaining your journey, who you are, who you represent, and what your business is about, and the people they serve. From there, after booking the call, it's also ideal to have some type of video thanking them for booking the call and also giving them a heads up of what to expect on the call or appointment. From there, you can send strategic videos answering the most commonly asked questions. Maybe you could split that up into different videos, or it can be one video touching all the Q&As all in one shot. And I would suggest like setting up some type of email campaign that spits those out leading up to the call, just so they could be fully aware of what you represent and what your product and service could do for them. So you want to pre-qualify them as much as possible, not just like with the questionnaire of them booking the call with you, and also leading up to the actual call. At the same time, those videos or emails or however you want to do it is going to build a lot of trust, and also it's going to build a lot of familiarity with your brand. Question 5, camera shy owner here. How do I generate authority videos using clients, staff, screen records, and B-roll so I never have to be the face? Yeah, I get this quite a bit as well. I mean, obviously I could just be like, push through it, but there's times where you're either business owners are just too busy or they're just too damn shy to be in front of the camera. Building authority videos, I mean, obviously you have two options. Like if you have a team, you can have somebody else on your team be the face. You can hire like an actress or some type of UGC or content creator to be the face of the company. But what you can also do is be super creative with the content. I mean, you can always show B-roll. For example, there's a lot of service-based businesses out there like plumbing, painting, power washing that just shows a lot of B-roll of their team working and doing the actual work while there's like a voice over the background. At the end of the day, it's about like what's being said and what you can show to build trust, especially for the cold traffic. So being able to show any types of transformations, how you help people, and how you succeed in helping them is key. Thanks so much for watching the video so far. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are interested in any of our services as far as creating content for your business when it comes to organic content and paid ads, be sure to visit our website, praisemedia.com/sprint. This is our flagship offer where we help local businesses grow and generate 10 to 20 leads every single month through our system of organic content and paid ads. This full done-for-you system is really going to help your business crush, and it's going to give you the consistent lead flow that you need. So be sure to hit that link, book a call with our team, we'll reach out to you right away. Now back to the video. Question 6, I'm buried in jobs. How do I build a 1 day a month content assembly line that produces 30 short videos, 2 long form pieces that don't feel repetitive? There's a lot of ways I can answer this question. The obvious one would be to batch record, meaning you dedicate like 2 to 3 hours, lock yourself in a room, and you just film content and just chop those up into shorts and then create your long forms out of it. But doing content that doesn't feel as repetitive is really key to have like a variety type of content. For me personally, I would suggest creating what I like to call a custom GPT. And so what you can do is basically go on, ChatGPT. There's also like Poppy AI. I'm actually like experimenting it with right now. It's pretty good actually. You can actually build a content hub just for your brand. So like there's times where like on normal ChatGPT, you go on, you have like the normal chat, and it's pulling from different directions, right? But when you create a custom GPT just specifically catered to your brand, where you can upload like your ICP, your avatar, information on your market, your industry, just your brand, your tone of voice, you have this all in one place. It's just gonna be directly pulling from those frameworks. So being able to do that, it's just gonna give you another perspective as far as your content goes, because it's gonna be pulling so much information and then turning that into digestible pieces of video content. And you can watch one of my prior videos right here where I go into massive detail about how to create a custom GPT and use it for your content creation. And the next question is, what proof assets convert the best for high ticket local services? And how do I film them without violating client privacy or sounding braggy? I have clients that, I work with or we work with at Praise Media. They're always just like, I feel bad about like bragging and like talking about my success. Dude, that is the furthest from the truth. Like I realized just by seeing like interaction from different industries of clients signing on or customers signing on with my clients, is like they want to work with winners. Why wouldn't you want to work with a winner? For example, you're trying to sell your house. Why would you want to hire somebody that's mediocre? You want somebody that's a winner, that's done it time and time again at a very high level. So first and foremost, you just really need to make that change in your mind that bragging, especially on social media, isn't bad. But obviously, when you talk about your wins, you want to make sure they're real, right? So this goes into my next point. So what you want to do is just screenshot and document and videotape. Did I say videotape? You want to screenshot, you want to take photos, video, written testimonials. You want to just document everything, especially the wins, especially the reviews or testimonials or anything that people say that is good about your product or service. That's something that we do all the time with our content, is that we just want to show proof. It just makes the video content a lot more dynamic. It builds a lot of credibility, and it also builds a ton of trust. So I hate saying this, but it just really depends on what industry you're in. So for example, if you're in the fitness space and you're just like, hey, I helped this person lose 80 pounds in 6 weeks, this is how I did it. So obviously you want to have something like a before and after photo showing that. So like before, they're 80 pounds heavier, after they're shredded and they're 80 pounds lighter. Another one could be like a CPA, say you saved someone taxes, so showing like a receipt or some type of invoice. And then also like the whole violating client privacy, obviously you want to ask for permission, especially if you like show their face or something like that. But what you can also do is just blur out some certain parts. So if it has like, if it has like an address or like a license plate or something like that, you want to blur those out. And you can do that easily in the editing process. All right, guys, that is the Q&A video for today. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any additional questions based on what I or Praise Media does, be sure to throw those down in the comment section. We'll save those questions and we'll be sure to answer them in our next Q&A session. With that said, don't stop watching now. Be sure to hit this video right here where I dive more into detail about what we do at Praise Media and how it can help you grow your business through video content. Until next time, stay praised.